Well, the question I sometimes ask myself though is like, does the CEO of a Shopify, does the CEO of maybe Zapier's in a different bucket, but a CEO of a Shopify really have empathy for just like what it must be like to be a senior product manager or like a, group PM on the front lines of being responsible for a pillar or a part of the product and all of the different tensions that they must be facing. Not as an excuse to not force the org to adopt AI. I think that part I totally agree with, but just like the way in which we evaluate the performance of those people with all of these pressures. Because I hear from people like some of the product managers I know that because it's so easy to build stuff now, they do get a lot of more like quote unquote inbound from their cross-functional partners. That's like, let's explore this or let's do that. This is going to be really quick. So it's almost like the deluge of input and invitations to collaborate are just growing. And so just because you're not expected to execute through cross-functional partnerships doesn't mean you're not going to be valued on how good you are at collaborating as a cross-functional partner. So it's like you can't really compromise on the collaboration skills, like the soft skills are but you have to ramp up your hard skills as far as like executing the work and do all that in a way that still paints an increment, like paints has a good narrative for how each of these yeses that you say yes to and each of these no's that you say no to fall into some kind of framework for where we're going over the next 6 to 24 months as far as like a roadmap or a strategy goes. And I just wonder if a CEO of a company at Shopify scale has like the empathy of how hard that exact expectation is.